We're at 401 North Market Street in downtown Frederick. I'm with Abby, the general manager for the new Goldfish Swim School. We're about, and when this streams, probably a couple weeks out from your opening soon. You guys are located, it's Ballinger Center Drive, is that right?
Yep, Ballinger Center. Yes, we're the next door neighbors to Frederick News Post, so we are very close with them right now. But yeah, we're opening hopefully mid to end of July.
Awesome. Well, welcome to Good Morning Frederick.
Thanks
for stopping in. Congratulations on this new position.
Thank you so much.
You have located up this way from the Anne Arundel County area to open this school.
Yeah.
Why do you like Goldfish or the swim schools? Have you always liked swimming, or this was just kind of you fell into it?
Yeah, so I've always been a swimmer. I grew up swimming. I started when I was 8 and I swam through my freshman year of college.
Okay.
So my first job was actually a swim instructor, not for Goldfish, but so it's always been something that I enjoyed doing. And so when I got into my adult life, I needed some extra money, so I decided to become a swim instructor part-time. And then that slowly just grew from being a swim instructor to working there full-time, becoming a deck supervisor, assistant manager, and then I got the opportunity to be a general manager of our new Frederick location. So I took that.
That's amazing. And in that's just over 3 some years?
Just over 3 years. Yeah,
wow.
It'll be 3 years in October.
Well, that's a great progression. So you were saying Goldfish is a franchise company.
Yes.
But the 10 units, including Frederick, 10 stores, are owned by one company, one person who's a franchisee. Congratulations to them.
Yes.
That's awesome. Swimming is so important.
It is.
Teaching people of all ages to be safe around the water. It can be can change people's lives.
It is life-saving.
Yeah, it is life-saving. What are the ages for Goldfish Swim? How young can kids start? And then where do you guys stop, if at all?
Yeah, so we start at 4 months old. Getting swimmers in early is the best way to prevent any accidents in the future. So getting them in as early before they're 1 year old is a great thing to do. And then we teach all the way through 12 years old. So we teach those basic beginner levels, and we also have a non-competitive swim team, so we have something for everybody.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the non-competitive swim team, is that just, do kids do that with a competitive swim team, or it's really just a way to hone those skills and things like that?
It's a good stepping stone. We have a lot of kids that come in and they go through all of our levels. They start either as a junior one or a glider one, and they kind of work through all the levels at their own pace. And then they get to swim force, and so they either decide to use that as a stepping stone if they want to keep swimming, or just something to try it out and be like, hey, I like this. But it's a very diverse program that we have something for everybody.
Oh, that's very good. So, so 4 months to 12 years old. What is the recommendation for Goldfish on how often do people go for swim lessons, and how does that work?
Yeah, the best way to be water safe is to be in regular swim lessons. So our lesson model is perpetual lessons. So they come once a week for 30 minutes. And so we're open all year round. So it doesn't matter if it's winter and it's cold outside, it's always a tropical environment inside of Goldfish.
Nice.
So it's always 90 degrees on the pool deck, a 90-degree pool. So it's nice and warm in there, and that way you can continue those regular lessons all throughout the year.
Yeah, that's really great too. Are there anything other than the swim lessons that you guys offer? Like, are there open swims for people, or it is really just you guys, because there's so many kids, you have to do lessons all the time?
Yeah, we do family swims. We'll have family swims 3 times a week. It should be Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday, if they're a member with us, so they actively take swim lessons and they come every week, those times are free for them. But Sunday, all of our days are open to the public. So if you don't take lessons with us, you're more than welcome to come on any day. It's just $10 per swimmer. But we've been giving out a lot of free family swim passes in this area. So if you have one of those, that covers a whole family, 6 people to come.
Oh, wow. That's really nice. So be on the lookout. Maybe bribe some friends if they grabbed one and you didn't.
Yeah, we'll have some at the 4th of July event that we're going to. So we'll have lots of those to give away.
They're going to be a party in the park with WFRE right in downtown. It's going to be great, 4th of July. So stop by, make sure you see them. Maybe you can pick up one of those passes.
Yeah.
What is it about being water safe, like in all the years that you've been swimming and teaching? Like, what are the tips that you can give a family for, how they can know everybody that's coming to the pool or with them is safe?
Yeah, so the first one is just those regular swim lessons and starting young. The younger you start, the easier it is for them and the more natural it becomes for them. So making sure that even your little ones, they know some water safety techniques. If you're going to a pool and you need to use a flotation device, always use a Coast Guard approved ones. Stay away from the arm floaties and the puddle jumpers, and make sure that it's a Coast Guard approved life vest. There'll always be a Coast Guard approved tag in there.
Okay.
And so just be on the lookout for those ones. A lot of pools, they require the Coast Guard approved because they're really the only ones that have that
are for sure safety tested, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Another recommendation is go for bright colored swimsuits. Darker colors and the ones that match the water, they tend to get lost in the water. So if a swimmer falls in, it's hard to see someone in like a blue or like a black swimsuit or even a white swimsuit.
I never thought of that.
Using those neon orange, neon pink, neon green, those will really stand out in the splashes of the water. And make sure that everybody's staying safe. And one that a lot of people don't think about is always have a water guardian. Have a parent or somebody that is in charge of watching the water. They're not on their phone. They're not kind of reading. They're sitting there, and it is their responsibility to watch all the swimmers in the water. It can be a shared thing. So if you're with a group of friends, one parent can watch the water for 15 minutes.
And then rotate.
We have these great badges that we'll have at Goldfish, and they're just safer. They're water guardian tags. And so who's ever wearing it, that's the person that is responsible for watching the swimmers at that
That's time. A really good point because it only takes seconds.
It only takes seconds. And as much as people think that drowning is a loud and long thing, it is silent and it is quick. So keeping those eyes on the pool, and the lifeguards, they're there to help. But parents are really the first line of making sure your swimmers are being safe.
Yeah, and most of this are tips for not when you're at Goldfish, because there's plenty of people looking out for you, but when you're at a family friend's pool or at the ocean or any of that, it's so important to remain vigilant, no matter the age even of your children or their swimming capability, because you just never know. Things can happen, and
you can have some type of medical issue.
Somebody always has to watch.
Somebody has to watch. At Goldfish, we always have lifeguards on duty, so safety is always our number one priority at Goldfish. So not only do we have lifeguards on duty, but every one of our staff members is also lifeguard certified. So
you were saying you can be a member when you take regular lessons. You become a member of Goldfish. Okay.
All of our information is on there. It also has our listing for right now. We're running an introductory pricing. So before our first opening day, we're giving a discount on lessons where if you sign up, you're locked in at $30 per lesson instead of the $40 per lesson.
That's a good savings.
It's 25%. Yeah. There's a promo code FIRSTFISH, all caps. We'll get you that discount, or if you call or text or do it over the phone, we'll automatically apply it for them at discount.
That's very, very good. How exciting. Brand new space. How many swimmers can you take in a class? Is there...
Yeah, so we specialize in small group classes. So in a normal class, there'll be no more than 4 students to 1 instructor in the lane. That's for our ages 3 years and over. For our mini classes, which are those mommy and me style classes, those are going to be a 6 to 1. So it's a bigger lane, but you're sharing it and making some connections with those other parents and their babies.
Yeah, they're in there as well. So that's understandable. Excellent. All right, Goldfish. ss.com/Frederick. Get all the special offers. We'll make sure that website and the code to save is on screen for you. Stop by and see Goldfish. And Abby, I guess you're going to be there on 4th of July.
I'll be there on 4th of July.
Maybe pick up the free swim pass for the family so you can check it out during their open swims. Really appreciate you guys coming to Frederick. Thank the owners for investing in our community.
We're very excited to be in this community. It's very welcoming so far. So we're really excited to continue.
I'm sure we're going to see you and your staff out and about
all the time, everywhere. Look for the Goldfish orange or blue.
That's right. All right. Want to thank her so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.